Hello Capricorn, welcome to my channel and thank you for taking the time off to watch this video. This is a general job, work, career reading for Capricorn for the 26th of June to the 8th of July 2018. I put the decks that I'm using down in the description box, and please don't forget to like, share and subscribe if these messages resonate with you. So I'm just going to shuffle the Angels of Abundance Oracle cards and just draw two. Cut it. Just to get the general energies of what's happening. Oops. So the first card is Obstacles and Blocks are Lifted. And the second card is Release Jealousy. And this one says all the obstacles and blocks are lifted. All your good personal work and your positive energy shifts have overcome previous obstacles and blocks are lifted away. You will now experience progress and forward movement with your projects. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure that the flow of abundance continues. And the second card is Release Jealousy. Jealousy is an affirmation that you don't have something and the universe manifests exactly as you affirm. Let other people's successes inspire rather than frustrate you. If they can have it, so can you. So release jealousy and these obstacles and blocks will be lifted soon. So I'm going to use the Bright Idea deck. I'll just give it a quick shuffle, do the general reading. Okay, so the overall energy of the card is union. So there looks like you'll be meeting people. There might be a partnership involved here at business, but you might be meeting people from all walks of life. This meeting of people, these new meetings brings a lot of growth, a lot of new energy coming in, the beginnings of something that is also quite emotionally fulfilling for you, makes you quite happy. There's a lot of joy. So probably meeting new friends, making new business acquaintances, meeting new colleagues. So something really good happening over there as far as the work situation goes. Altogether, a very happy time. You might be doing a lot of luncheons and a lot of social events at work as well. So a lot of meetings going on over there on a social level that brings a lot of emotional fulfillment. So the main card is you've got a decision to make. Actually, the main card is a decision to make, and the second card is the decision and what you're going to do with it. So there's a big important decision coming up in your life. So let's look at the first card. You've got a decision to make, and you've got to decide what to do. It's involving money. You can either do something, there's a quick fix involved, or something that's going to be slow. But either way, you're going to have to make this decision to remove some sort of blockage that's in your financial path. And you can see there's a wolf at the back over there. So, this decision has to be made reasonably quickly to remove this blockage or to allow the flow of money to come in again. This man's got a mobile phone or a saw, so he can either call the fire brigade to come take the tree off his leg, or he can cut it off with a saw. Be either way, there are two options on how you do it. One might be easier than the next, but you'll have to wait a little bit for that one. And the other one might be instant and produce instant gratification, but might take a little while to implement. So two important decisions, a choice between two decisions, but the decision has to be made. And with this decision, you are debating it in your mind, what to do. You're weighing the options up. There's a fork in the road here and deciding which way you want to go. You're looking at the pros and the cons of that situation, deciding which is more productive for you. Whether or not one is going to produce more results than the other. You're looking at all the things that are surrounding this decision that you have to make. Whether if you make this decision, is it going to end in in any kind of loss or tragedy or something. So there is a very important decision that you're making, and you're sitting over here debating, contemplating this particular decision. So in the last year or so, there's been a lot of energy that you put into your work. You've been trying to achieve some sort of balance, get through any kind of blocks, and you've been trying to make things grow. Whatever it is, you've been trying to make sure that you put all your energy in it, and it is starting to produce fruit. It's, you've been finding the balance, trying to be centered within yourself, and maybe producing something that wasn't there, something out of nothing. Like this man has these flowers in the desert. Maybe that's what you've been doing, trying to build something brand new in a situation, and it wasn't there before. And that's where all your energy and power has been going. You've been directing it. And you've been using a lot of intuition, maybe praying a lot about the situation, but you definitely have had a lot of energy going into that. And in the last 3 months, you've been getting a new perspective on the situation. You are looking at it, with a bit of blinkers on. So you have got a bit of a narrow-minded view that you're looking at things. You need to take that blinkers off. You need to look at it from a fresh perspective. There might be a sacrifice that will need to be made for this particular job, a situation, but the answer is being presented to you. So if you take your blinkers off and look at it from a different point of view, you have the solution to the problem. And any problems that come your way, you will be able to fend them off quite easily. But this situation is coming to a head now, so you will have to make, maybe that's the decision that you have to make about what to do about this particular situation. And it comes from looking at it from a different point of view. And you've been doing, on your mind is that you're trying to persuade a lot of people to see it from your point of view, trying to manipulate the situation so that other people can see what you're seeing, why you see the benefit of doing it this way and not the other way. And you're having to show people how you want them to see it from your point of view. So you're trying to persuade people to see, come to your way of thinking. You've been working very hard at this job. It might not be coming out exactly like how you want it to come out. This cake's not looking exactly like the cake in the book. So maybe whatever you're putting into it, it's turning out to be a little different than what you anticipated it was going to be. So maybe you ended up, maybe it's now presenting itself as something different compared to what you thought it was going to be. And maybe how you presented it to them is not exactly how it's turning out. Maybe that's why you're a bit disappointed, because there was a lot of hard work that went to it, and it's not coming out. It's not turning out exactly like how you want it to. So what's in your mind is that you need to also delegate a lot more responsibilities to other people. You need to ask for help from members of your team. Ask for some input. If you're not a team player, you need to become a team player. If you're in charge of a team, then you have to need to show people how to need to delegate duties to them. You also will need to ask for some sort of guidance, maybe a mentor, somebody that will help you get through this difficult situation and show you the way out of your problem that you're in. As I said, if this thing is not working out, then you are going to need somebody to guide you, some sort of expert, somebody who knows what they're doing within this particular field to guide you out of the situation. They might actually show you that there is a different way of doing things, one that you never even thought about. And if you do that, then you're obviously got the world in your hands, so you will conquer that particular situation. You'll be able to move past it quite quickly, and it will, you'll have a lot of success, but you will need to ask for some sort of guidance. So what's your hopes and fears? You're worried that, you haven't managed to balance things out. You haven't managed to, you're worried that you've put in too much of work. Maybe you're worried that you don't have the skills. You haven't paid attention to the details of a situation. That it wasn't productive. There wasn't balance within that situation, and that's what you're worried about. Those are only fears, and they can be overcome with the mind. So the first card in the outcome is conclusion. So you're coming to the end of this particular project. You have are going to end up with the finished product of whatever it is that you're doing, and you've got to decide if that's the one that you really wanted. You've put all your effort into it, and now whatever comes of it is what you have put into it. So whatever you put into it is going to be what the end result is. And it's the end of that particular cycle, that particular thought, that particular situation it's reaching its final conclusion. And even this card is the card of receiving. So you have hopefully planned and decided what is coming, what this gift is. So whatever you decided to produce or make, or whatever plan you had has now reached its final thing. So whatever is in this box is exactly what you put into it. If you put in something, whatever cake you baked is going to be the one in that box. So all your resources, your money, your energy, whatever went into making of that particular thing, where you've put all your energies, is going to be what you receive. And if you put a lot of hard work into it, then and you put a lot of dedication, then you will get exactly something that will cause a lot of growth in your life. It's like plants in the desert, so it'll flower, it'll bloom, it'll grow if you put in all that dedication, effort, and work. So you are the one that has decided what the outcome of that situation was. All your hard work is now going to pay off, and it is most probably this goal that you couldn't reach. Maybe this is the thing. This final outcome is that you will be able to achieve this goal that you wanted. It was a very difficult goal for you to achieve. It was something that was just out of your reach. And maybe now, with these two cards, you are finally reaching this goal. This goal that you were going for is the one that's in the box. You're finally getting what you have worked so hard to achieve. So I'm just going to draw 3 cards from the Fairy Oracle. Just give it a quick shuffle. So the first card is the 8 of Spring, and it says stress that comes from having many things happening at once, successful multitasking, sudden events or changes. So it speaks about you being under stress, and you are, because this is an important decision that you have to make. This is an important thing that you want to achieve. So there is some kind of stress that comes with it, but there is a change coming, and it speaks about balance. Take everyone's input into consideration, merge viewpoints to create a better solution. Take your time, there's no need to rush. So when you're going through this decision that you have to make, ask people for advice. Reach a kind of a balance in your life. And don't rush and make the decision. Take your time and make that decision. It's an important decision, and the goal that you want is an important goal. So make sure you think very carefully before you do anything. And the last card is the 2 of Autumn. Bring fun into everything you do, juggling multiple priorities or jobs, an exceptional talent for multitasking. So it's a very, very busy time for you. With all these decisions, this hard work that went in, you'll be needing to ask for help from somebody. Don't forget that you do need to get some advice. You'll be doing a lot of multitasking over here, working with other people. So all in all, there is success that comes in. There's a bit of stress that's coming along with all this hard work that's been going in, or having to come to a final decision. But the eventual outcome seems to be that you will receive exactly what you want. You will achieve your goal, and according to the Angels of Abundance cards, it says that obstacles and blocks are lifted. So you will be moving forward into something very exciting, a period of intense activity, having to make big decisions, but reaping the rewards and the benefits at the end. And try to keep yourself in balance. Don't stress too much about the situation. So I hope that this has helped you. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.